It's so many wasted.
Say cheese.
Cheese.
Damn.
Hey, we're a group of friends from Juneau, Alaska doing a trip south in kayaks and on bicycles. We're following the Pacific Ocean to find communities showing sustainability and different things that work for them and their environment.
Yeah, so we've been kayaking for 89 days. We started in Juneau on June 1st. We've been working our way down the Inside Passage. We're reaching the end of our kayak trip. We're going to switch over to bikes and start biking down the coast of South America. And we've been working on this film project where we're trying to find people that are living localized lifestyles, going to sustainable communities and trying to document and celebrate those things that we find there. But one place that we found along the way was called Hartley Bay in the central coast of BC. And that place really impacted us a lot just in the challenges that they're facing with this proposed Northern Gateway pipeline project. And after documenting the community of Hartley Bay, we realized that the footage that we had gathered was too valuable to keep to ourselves and that we needed to share it. So we decided that we needed to make a short film and put it out there before it's too late. So this is some of the footage that we captured in Hartley Bay.
No tankers.
What does that mean?
No tankers. It means we don't want oil tankers to come.
Why not?
Because, do you eat fish?
I eat fish.
Because if the oil dump, everything in the water be dead.
It will be a different world. And gas and oil rules this world.
To put it bluntly, if there was an oil spill, and there will be an oil spill, there's no doubt about that. When it happens, we won't be doing this right now. My whole way of life will be completely altered forever. You know, that's where the gitga'at people will, that would be the end of us.
I don't want to sacrifice that. That's my biggest fear, is that they'll allow it to go through and then one day Hartley Bay is just going to be gone. We won't be able to fish, we won't be able to hunt, we won't be able to gather our berries and all the other foods that we need.
We need to value everything that nature provides to us so that generations in the future are going to be able to reap the same benefits that we have.
We're just so rich from the sea. The sea has provided well for our people.
I'm a firm believer that you got to have trust in people, and if people prove themselves as being trustworthy, then it's within your best interest to work with those people.
I'm so happy that we're not fighting this alone. It's sort of calming to know that it's not just us fighting this.
There are magical places on the planet, and they are there. You feel them when you're there, and an oil spill on this coast would just devastate it.
People are so disconnected from this world that they don't understand that it's part of them. They don't understand that when it blows southeast in Vancouver, they're breathing oxygen made by trees, fed by salmon.
The main thing to keep in mind is that we have a very precious environment on the north coast, and it's protected through the Great Bear Rainforest, and we'll destroy that. And that has a huge impact on First Nation peoples and other people that live along there. It has a huge impact on businesses and so on, but it has a huge impact on British Columbians generally. It's unlikely, from what little I know, that there's enough money to pay the kind of claims that people are estimating. We hear cost estimates of $20 to $40 billion, similar to those in the Gulf of Mexico, for cleanup, but nobody seems to know how they're going to clean it up. So anyway, there'll be all the lawsuits and all the rest of it, and you can be sure that in the end it's probably the taxpayers of British Columbia and the businesses of British Columbia that will pay.
So yeah, I just think, you know, I'm not against all development or anything, but at some point you have to realize that the risks just aren't worth it. The juice isn't worth the squeeze. And also, you know, it's always important to look at who benefits from the risk and who actually bears the risk. It's the people who benefit from this, very few. It's pretty short-lived.
The corporations are so huge, the only way you can deal with them is to be greater than them, just bigger than them. And humanity knows that we're in deep trouble. I know that it is tugging at a lot of people's souls.
Take a real interest in this thing and let your views be known. Talk to your neighbors, talk to your kids, talk to your parents, and write letters to the people in a position to make decisions and let them know.
Why don't we slow down a bit, get the value added wealth out of processing it here, figure out how to process it better so we quit polluting so much air and land and water while we do it, and have it around for a while. I mean, that is the real wealth generation road that we've got to be on. And it's, you know, it's not the people of Canada who are saying, dig it up as fast as you can and send it out the door. Most people you talk to, that argument I just made resonates really well. Let's keep the wealth here. Let's build on the wealth here. It's only the corporations that want to line their pockets that want to pull it out this fast and destroy so much that's in their path in order to do it. So where does that come from? How do they get in the driver's seat? We have to take it back.